I think it looks somewhat good. But yeah, I'm gonna do a an execution method tier list. I'm just gonna rate almost every and all execution method throughout history and put them on tier list from effectiveness to cost effectiveness to method of brutality, and essentially any metric I deem. I'll essentially put like execution methods that I like and ones I don't like. That's essentially the tier list. But I also use things like cost and creativity and other parameters. And I'll use this going off based the luckily there's a Wikipedia page for everything. Luckily, check it. Oh yeah, Wikipedia for literally everything. Wait, why is there? Okay, here we go. Execution by methods. Oh, these are people. Yeah, I clicked on some of these before. These are people. Asphyxiation. Oh, these are types of asphyxiation. Okay, I think I get it. And then decapitation. Beheading videos. Okay, these are a bit more in depth. Hanging. Okay, I'll just try to go like in somewhat alphabetical order to have everything together. Asphyxia, airway management. What? Crucifixion? Fan death? Okay, I think this is the wrong subcategories. Okay, no, okay, these are the actual methods. This is some other like weird subsection. I don't know, okay. Bamboo torture. Bamboo torture is a form of torture and execution where a bamboo shoot grows through the body of a victim. It was reportedly used in East and South Asian countries such as China, India, and especially Japan, but claims of its usage lack reliable evidence. 4 centimeters an hour, damn, that's actually pretty fast. Even 4 centimeters. That's pretty fast. That's a lot to grow in. Okay, a bamboo shoot grows through the body of a victim. Okay, it's slow. I like how you use nature to do it. Every execution method is like man-made tools to kill man. This is nature killing man. So it's kind of ingenious. Let me see. The use of live trees impaling people as they grow was recorded in the 19th century when the Siamese used nimpa palm sprouts in the same way as bamboo torture to the Malays. This one, I give this one points for ingenuity using what nature gives you. So bamboo torture. Oh wait, actually, let me just. Yeah, there we go. I'll give bamboo torture A tier. Oh, Christ. A tier. All right, next up. Why did I close the, like, minimize it? All right. Beheading in Islam. Beheading was a standard method of execution in pre-modern Islamic law. By the end of the 20th century, its use had been abandoned in most countries. Beheading is still a legal method of execution in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Yemen. In Iran, beheading was last used in 2001. Why am I saying 200? According to Amnesty International, but it's no longer in use. In recent decades, extremist Salafi jihadist groups have used beheadings as a method of killing captives and terror tactic. Okay, cool. Chopping off a dude's head. Classic. Hey, it's just a classic method. It's just like, standard, what you would expect. Give it like a low B tier. Why isn't it showing? Hello? Why isn't it showing? Yeah, for like war types. And as I just say, there's some use it for like terrorist acts. Dude, Paint, Windows applications, and when it comes to capturing on OBS, they're such a pain. I can sometimes not capture VLC, not capture Paint. Like, what are you doing to me? Oh my god, you're killing me. OBS. I don't get why it's not. I think I fucked up the window and now it's just not working. Let me make a new one. Oh, there it is. Okay, Christ. Yeah. Can I please get this one to work now? Okay, there we go. All right, was it Beheading? It's a classic, so I'll give it a low B tier. Low B. All right, next up, Bestiarius. Bestiarius. Unless ancient Romans were those who went to combat with beasts or were exposed to them, it is conventional to distinguish two categories. The first are those condemned to death via the beast, and the second are those who faced them voluntarily, for pay or for glory. Or it is, wait. As a means of torturous capital punishment, death by wild beasts was a punishment for enemies of the state, a category which included those taken prisoner and slaves found guilty of serious crime. These were sent to their deaths naked and unable to defend themselves against the beast. Even if they succeeded in killing one, fresh animals were continually let loose on them until the bestiari were all dead. It is reported that it was seldom necessary for two beasts to be required to take down one man. On the contrary, one beast frequently dispatched several men. Of course. Cicero mentions a single lion which alone dispatched 200 of them. Damn. Okay, it's another like let nature. It's a nature-based execution. Just instead of the bamboo shoot, you just get destroyed by a wild animal. Consisted of young men who, to become expert in managing their arms, fought sometimes against beasts and sometimes against one another. To show their courage and dexterity, expose themselves to a dangerous combat. Damn, that's okay. It's a bit brutal. It's a bit primal. Nothing. Just letting nature take its course. It's very cost effective. I'll say mid B tier. Hey, what was it called again? Bestiar. Fucking can't. Yes. I'll give it mid B tier. Not bad. A chill execution. Yeah, just letting like nature take its course. Let them do what they need to do. Alright, next one. Blood Eagle. Sounds cool. The Blood Eagle was a method of ritual executing a chosen member as detailed in the late Skaldic poetry. According to two instances mentioned by the sages, the sagas, hello. This one's crazy. Oh, you've heard this one. The victims, in both cases members of royal families, were placed in a prone position. The ribs severed from their spine with a sharp tool. Okay. Ribs severed from the spine. And their lungs pulled through the opening to create a pair of wings. There has been a continuing debate about whether the rite was a literary invention, a mistranslation of the original text, or an authentic historical practice. Oh damn, that's rough. Ribs severed from the spine, lungs pulled through the opening. So the lungs out the back look like you have wings. Oh, that's just brutal, man. There's a debate about whether the Blood Eagle was historically practiced or whether it was a literary device invented by the authors who transcribed the sagas. No contemporary accounts of the rite exist. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to actually practice this shit. Like, people back in the olden days, like, you know what they say, as I said earlier, during the horror game thing? Limitations breed creativity. People in the olden days did not have fancy technology, so they got super creative with limited technology. That phrase is true because it holds true. Imagine coming up with this back in the day, like, okay, we have practically these primitive metal tools. There's this asshole we gotta torture for information, or just because why the fuck not? We're old people in the olden days. Okay, so, let's remove his ribs, right? And you know those like breathing things in his like chest, right? Okay, let's take him out, and then it look like you have wings. How about that? And then everyone around was just like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that. I can't imagine trying to come up with that in the olden days with like these primitive tools. I give them points for creativity. This is super creative. Brutal as fuck. This is at least a mid A tier. I give him that. Oop. Right below bamboo torture, because I always appreciate how they just let nature take care of it. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Hello? Okay. Yeah, that's just brutal, man. God, it's just too much. Blowing from a gun. We good now? Okay, nice. Blowing from a gun was a method of execution in which the victim was typically tied to the mouth of a cannon, which is then fired, resulting in death. Oh, damn. The prisoner is generally tied to a gun with the upper part of the small of his back resting against the muzzle. When the gun is fired, his head is seen to go straight up into the air some 40 or 50 feet. The arms fly off left and right, high up in the air, and fall at perhaps 100 yards distance. The legs drop to the ground beneath the muzzle of the gun, and the body is literally blown away altogether, not a vestige being seen. Yeah, definitely quick. Was reported a means of execution as long as the 16th century and was used until the 20th century. The method was used by Portuguese colonialists in the 16th and 17th centuries from the early 1509 across the Ceylon, Mozambique, Brazil. Mughals used it. I mean, yeah, that's definitely effective. Like, if you want to make sure They're executed. Yeah, that's good. You're gonna be damn sure of that. Um, it's quick. It's effective. It's quick. It seems like a premature version of the firing squad one. Like a company of men line up side by side and fire upon someone. This one, it's I give it points for effectiveness. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, it's effectiveness. I put it. I keep forgetting to show the damn thing. I don't want to say S tier, but it lacks. I want to say it lacks like presentation because that's kind of like mean. Like you're killing someone. Low to mid A tier. Fuck it. The only thing going for blowing from a gun is its effectiveness as execution. That's really it. Okay. Next up is death by boiling. Jesus Christ. Death by boiling is a method of execution in which a person is killed by being immersed in a boiling liquid. When not as common as other methods of execution, boiling to death has been practiced in many parts of Europe and Asia. Due to the lengthy process, death by boiling is an extremely painful method of execution. Executions of this type were often carried out using a larger vessel such as a cauldron or a sealed kettle filled with liquids such as water, oil, tar, or tallow, and a hook and pulley system. Oh, that's even worse. What's worse is the suspense of a pulley system when like you're above the liquid and they pull you down like feet first or head first into the liquid. Oh, that's even worse, man. Yeah, this is torture just for torture's sake. Damn. Yeah, super. It's the brutality of the animal one, but ensuring that they would sting a little. Yeah, just slightly. Oh yeah, this one's just. I guess I'm putting this as like my own like favorite kind of list. Not my favorite, but like personal preference kind of list. Yeah, brutal. A mild irritation at most. A little itch, if anything. When it comes to me and torture, like, dude, they're still human beings. It's like there's no need to carry it out. There's no need for fanfare. Just put the guy down, get over it. Let's move on. We got other shit to do. Boiling. Beheading is a classic, but yeah, boiling. This is so much shit up. So you gotta get a cauldron, you gotta get a liquid, and then put the guy in. Especially if you're using a pulley system. And if you're using a pulley system, you have to set up the pulley system, and then once he's done boiling, you have to drain out the liquid. And it's like, yeah, setup is too much. So the fact that it's meant to actually torture, I put a D tier. Beheading is only up there because it's a classic. Simple, clean, cut. Get it? Clean cut. I hope someone heard that and I didn't F when that happened. Actually, speaking of which, I heard that, I remember reading that samurai who were, or like people who were executed in Japan, I think like feudal Japan, the man who was meant to behead the person in feudal Japan, if the man who was to cut off the person's head didn't cut it off in one clean, attempt, the guy who failed to execute him also gets executed. I think I read about that somewhere, or maybe it was like hyperbole meant for a show. But I think that's the thing. If someone failed to clean cut the dude's head off, that dude would also get executed. Like that definitely sounds Japanese because the Japanese are some brutal bastards. They are hardcore. What if every executioner failed? Well, then you have a shit command hierarchy. You got to work on your. Eventually, someone has to get it right. Yeah. Okay. Death by boiling. Ugh. Brazen Bull. The Brazen Bull, also known as the Bronze Bull, Silicon Bull, or Bull of Phalaris, was a torture and execution device designed in ancient Greece. Criminals. The bull was said to be hollow and made entirely out of bronze with a door on one side. According to legends, the Brazen Bull was designed in the form and size of an actual bull. It had an acoustic apparatus that converted screams into the sound of a bull. The condemned were locked inside the device, and a fire was set underneath it, heating the metal until the person inside was roasted to death. Pindar, who lived less than a century afterwards, expressly associates this instrument of torture with the name of the tyrant Phalaris. Oh, yeah, that's just mean too. Like, to make the screams of the dude sound like a bull. That's just, you're just being an asshole. According to legend, when the bull was reopened after a body was charred, the victim's scorched bones then shone like jewels and were made into bracelets. What the fuck? I mean, this one would kind of hurt. Yeah, I feel like a little bitch. Brazen Bull, I mean, again, a lot of setup just to make a guy scream and burn to death and then make his scream sound like a bull. I'm getting really tired of saying the word bull, so I'm just going to finish this one already. This one, it's overly dramatic, kind of like boiling. People who scream got soft hands. Exactly, like, stop being a pussy. Also D-tier, it's like, I'm a simple man when it comes to executions. Again, just get it done. Get over with, no fanfare, no setup. Get it done. I'm simple like that. Mid D tier for Brazen Bull. All right, next up, Breaking Wheel, like breakdancing. The breaking wheel or execution wheel was known as the Wheel of Catherine, or simply the wheel. It was a torture method used for public execution primarily in Europe from antiquity to the Middle Ages. By breaking the bones of a criminal or bludgeoning them to death. The practice was abolished in Bavaria. Okay. Those convicted as murderers, rapists, traitors, and robbers to be executed by the wheel, sometimes termed to be wheeled or broken on the wheel, would be taken to a public stage scaffold site and tied to the floor. The execution wheel was typically a large wooden spoked wheel, the same as one used in wooden transport carts and carriages. Sometimes personally modified with a rectangular iron thrust attachment extending blade-like from the part of the rim. The primary goal of the first act was the agonizing mutilation of the body, not death. Therefore, the most common form would start with breaking the leg bones. To this end, the executioner dropped the execution wheel on the shin bones of the convicted person and then worked his way up to the arms. Here, rhythm and number of beatings were prescribed in each case, sometimes also the number of spokes on the wheel. To increase its effect, often sharp-edged timbers were placed under the convict's joints. Later, there were devices in which the convicted person would be harnessed. Although not commonplace, executioner could be instructed to execute the convicted person at the end of the first act by aiming for the neck or heart in a coup de grace. Even less often, this occurred immediately from the start, from the head down. Not that bad I could take it? Oh yeah, of course you can, man. You're a man's man. Okay, I'm a bit confused on... This was descriptive, but I'm imagining how did it go? Can I... Okay. In the second act, the body was braided to another wooden spoked wheel, which was possible through the broken limbs or tied to the wheel. The wheel was then erected on a mast or pole like a crucifixion. After this, the executioner was permitted to decapitate or garrote the convicted the convicted if need to be. Alternatively, fire was kindled under the wheel, or the wheeled convict was simply thrown into the fire. I try to find pictures, yeah. Breaking wheel. Oh, YouTube history, nice. Or a YouTube video.
Ages as another form of being drawn and quartered. However, the wheel was used in many different torture techniques throughout history. The breaking wheel was
Jesus Christ.
A wooden wagon wheel that sometimes had iron spikes.
Yeah, this actually was much worse than I thought.
There were many variations of torture on the wheel, but the most popular during the Middle Ages and early modern period was as described in the year 1518. The torture of the wheel consists in this. Under the arms of the condemned man, timbers are placed on the ground, and the executioner breaks his arms with a wooden wheel, then breaks both his legs, and then with the same wheel breaks the man's back. Thus broken and
fucking,
the man is raised on the wheel and set atop a large beam upright in the ground. There, the wretch is left, breathing with difficulty. The victims of the wheel were left like this to die, usually hours later. However, there is one recorded instance of a man surviving the torture of the wheel for 9 days before dying in agony.
That's not bad.
Crowds would gather to watch this humiliating public execution as a form of entertainment. The longer the victim survived, the better in the eyes of the crowd. Sometimes the victim was put out of his misery and his throat was cut. Another less common variation of the breaking wheel torture was similar to crucifixion, in that the victim was tied across the wheel, his body manipulated into an X shape. The victim's bones were then crushed using iron rods, and his limbs were threaded through the spokes of the wheel. Victims of this particular form of torture on the wheel, according to a broadsheet published in Hamburg, Germany in 1607, were transformed into a sort of huge screaming puppet, writhing in rivulets of blood, a puppet with 4 tentacles, like a sea monster of raw, slimy, and shapeless flesh mixed with splinters of smashed bones. The breaking wheel was also used as another form
what the
of
fuck,
wrap,
man?
in which the victim was attached around the rim of the wheel, possibly with the iron spikes piercing through the victim's
Okay,
flesh.
yeah, that's enough. Yeah, that's just... Oh, God, that was a lot worse. There's some things words can't describe. Okay, breaking wheel. Jesus Christ. The whole public part. I don't like public executions. Again, keep it simple and clean. Just get rid of the guy. And that's it. Allowing the public to engage in their morbid curiosity like that. Fuck them. Nah, D tier. I don't like that one. I mean, also the breaking wheel looked like it would kind of hurt. Is it just me? Or am I a bitch? Yeah, that's D tier. That's D tier material. Bullet fee. A bullet fee, is a financial charge levied on the family of the executed prisoner. Bullet fees have been levied in the Islamic Republic of Iran, Kingdom of Yugoslavia, as well as the People's Republic of China. Wait, so the family of the dude who gets killed has to pay a bullet fee? How much is a bullet fee? Like 20 cents? Financial charge levied on the family of executed prisoners. What? That's... So you're punishing the... That's stupid. Okay. A bullet fee. Yeah, that's dumb. That's E tier material. Imagine being so cheap as a government, and not only are you killing a man, you're charging the family for the bullet. What? F? Wait, what do you mean? I'm still green. Is it just you? I'm still green. Got frames. I got frames on frames on frames. Should be good. Yeah, that's that's E tier material. Okay. That's so dumb. Charging the family to pay for the bullet? Just don't use bullets at that point. Okay. Death by burning? Death by burning, also known as immolation, is an execution murder or suicide method involving combustion or exposure to extreme heat. It has a long history as a form of public capital punishment. It many societies have employed as a punishment for and warning against crimes against treason, heresy, and witchcraft. I know the witchcraft part. The best known execution of this type is burning at the stake, where the condemned is bound to a larger one's stake and the fire lit beneath. Yeah, this one's a classic. Yeah, Joan of Arc, yep. Yeah, it's a classic. It's... What's up, TE? Burning wouldn't hurt for long. Oh yeah, true. Like once your nerve scales, once your nerve, like your nerve endings get like burnt off, then it's like, then you're good. Oh, I didn't get Chick-fil-A. It was too expensive. I got Taco Bell again. I got 4 cheesy gordita crunches and a 12-pack of cinnamon delights, which are rapidly getting cold in the Taco Bell bag. Yeah, once your nerves burn off, you're good to go. So, oh, yeah, it was good. I mean, I wouldn't order food unless it wasn't good. But the cheesy gordita crunch is so good for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I ordered 4 of them. I mean, the only for this one, it's just a classic one. But again, it's a bit too long. I like my method simple and clean. Just kill the dude. All right. So I will give it points for lack of resources. For every other execution method so far, there's major setup, cost, preamble. This one, just put a bunch of wood together and then light it on fire. Super easy. So it's super cost effective. Simple to do. Doesn't hurt after a while, so I give a high C tier. I'm not talking about the drink though. There was a REA rewarded for 3 free chicken sandwiches, and my sister got a 5 nugget and small fry for $6. Oh, nice. I mean, I tried using the DoorDash like promotions, but they never work for me because they discriminate against single people. I eat blueberry pancakes with ice cream. Nice. Sounds good. Oh yeah, death by burning. Next. Last one on the beat. Burning of women in England. Is this the same thing? In England, burning was a legal punishment inflicted on women found guilty of high treason, petty treason, or heresy. Over a point of several centuries, female convicts were publicly burnt at the stake, sometimes alive, for a range of activities including coining and matricide. Wait, isn't matricide like killing your wife? Oh, husband. Wait, wouldn't that be patricide? Oh, no, that's killing your father. Matricide. Wait, I'm not even looking at the word correctly. It's not even the right word. Fuck, I'm stupid. I know patricide is when you kill your father. I must be thinking wrong. What's up, Anbol? What the fuck, man? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. I mean, yeah, I just covered this. Burning at the stake. This is the same thing. It's a more specific article about women in England being burned, so. Alright. Next topic. Cement shoes. Hope you didn't been doing well, Anbol. Haven't seen you in a while. Cement shoes, concrete shoes, or Chicago overcoat is a method of murder or body disposal, usually associated with criminals such as the mafia or gangs. It involves weighing down the victim, who may be dead or alive, with concrete and throwing them into the water. in the hope the body will never be found. In the U.S., the term has been a tongue-in-cheek euphemism for a threat of death by criminals. While a common trope in fiction, only one real-life case has ever been authenticated. Oh yeah, definitely. I've seen this in fiction a lot. Never in real life. Cement shoes involve first binding, incapacitating, or killing the victim, and then placing each foot into a bucket or box, which is then filled with wet concrete, a mixture of cement powder, rock, water, and sand, or even simply cement powder and water. Typically in films or novels, the victim is still alive as they watch the concrete harden, heightening the torture and drama. After the concrete sets, the victim is thrown into the body of water, such as a river, lake, or ocean. The only real saving grace for this is the name. It's a funny name. Again, the setup is a bit too much. You got to get the guy, put him in the buckets. You have to wait for the cement to harden, which could be forever. Although with the advent of quick drying cement, it could be alright, but it's still kind of a bit too much. Chick-fil-A sauce is the best fast food sauce easily. Oh yeah, definitely. I love Chick-fil-A sauce. Cement shoes. The main thing carrying this as a great torture method is its name. Or the Chicago overcoat. That's kind of funny. Oh Jesus. I'll put this also high C tier. It probably would have been mid tier, but the name kind of carries it. All right, next up, Colombian necktie. A Colombian necktie is a form of post-mortem mutilation in which the victim's tongue is pulled through a deep cut beneath the jaw and left dangling on the neck. That sounds gross. First appeared in Colombia during the period known as La Violencia as a method of psychological warfare designed to scare and intimidate. Others included killing a pregnant woman, extracting the fetus and placing it on her body and replacing it with a rooster. Stuffing the genitals of dead men into their mouths, and the flower vase cut where the victim's limbs were cut off and stuffed into their... Jesus Christ, man. I only have 4 Dapper Dolls left. I mean, you can't do much with only 4. Hopefully you spend them well. Yeah, this is just brutal for no sake, man. Also, it's a post-mortem method. The dude's already dead. Like, stop it. That's E-tier material. You redeemed the wheel? Like right now, you redeemed it? I didn't see a pop-up or anything. Oh, you did. I don't know why it didn't show up on the thing. Okay. Let me complete all requests. Complete all. Okay. All right. Let me bring up your will. How do I whatever. Okay. All right. TE, what do you get? Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Followers only chat. All right. Nice. Why doesn't it save like that? That's kind of annoying. Wait, let me try opening it again. I want the stats to still show. No, it doesn't show. Okay, here we go. Now it's like my thing. Okay. Save. Wait. Oh, wait, I gotta just fix something, chat. Just bear with me. Wheel, delete. Okay, how do I save this? Open file. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, follower only mode. All right, let's. Oh wait, what? Followers can chat if they have followed for at least 0 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, a day, week, month, 3 months. Which one do you want, TE? 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, a day, a week, a month, 3 months. I mean, everyone who types is already a follower, so there's really no point. Did I already tell you that I tried to rage quit Twitch? You told me that a while back ago. When you were watching some streamer and then like they insulted you or they were like shit talking you, and then you attempted to rage quit. When you first told me, and I told you, don't do that because fuck that guy, and you're my VIP, and my VIP's around. And then that was like a couple months ago, I think. Not that? Oh, then no, you didn't. I mean, dude, I haven't seen you in chat in a while, so it's been a while. Also, I haven't streamed in 8 days. Okay, T's not responding. I'll just put like falling for a week. Everyone who types is already falling, so there's no point to it, really. Colombian necktie. Oh yeah, I already graded that one. Okay, then the no animal. You have not told me about this newest one. T, I said, how long do you want the follower only mode to be? 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, a day, week, month, or 3 months? That's the amount of time a follower has to follow in order to chat. Which one of those do you want? 10 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, day, week, month, 3 months. Three months? Okay. I mean, everyone who types has already followed for that amount of time. Wait. But okay, 3 months. All right, next up, crucifixion is a method of capital punishment in which the victim is tied or nailed to a large wooden cross or beam and left to hang until eventual death. It was primarily used as punishment by the Persians, Carthaginians, and Romans, among others. Crucifixion has been used in part of the world as recently as the 21st century. Really? The crucifixion of Jesus is central to Christianity, and the cross is the main religious symbol for many Christian churches. Now only real Dalda fans can type. That's all Dalda fans. Anyone who types in my chat throughout any stream has been following for more than 3 months. Rarely do I get any new viewers. And when I do, they usually don't stay. Okay, crucifixion. Yeah, this one is a classic. I mean, it's pretty popular. You know, the Jesus. Got the Jesus dude on there, the cross. I mean, yeah, it's a classic. I guess I'll grade this. It seems like overkill, really. But its historical significance to Christianity bumps it up a few points. I say low B tier maybe. It's still kind of, you know, nonsense. You gotta set up the thing and then kill the dude. The thing that happened was that I felt betrayed in her because one of my best friends chastised me when I was already feeling unwell. After that, I rage quit both Discord and Twitch for a while. Oh, that kind of sucks. I mean, did he chastise you for a legitimate reason or just for some nonsense? If it's for some nonsense, then that kind of puts into question the whole best friend thing. Also, if he's kicking you while you're down, that's kind of also not good. You first have to be prompted up to then be kicked down. You can't kick down what's already down. That's just mean. Like when Dimes is feeling good and chipper and happy, I'll definitely kick him. I'll definitely kick him right there. But now if he's already like feeling like shit, I'll do the best friend thing and like help him out. Wait, what I say? High. I'll put it like semi-high B tier. Screw it. Yeah, it also depends too. But that's my general rule. Never kick a friend when he's down. Be a friend and help him up, to then kick him down. Don't kick a man down two down. That's just being a dick. Okay, crucifixion. It's a classic one. Crushing. All that I did was bring up how ridiculously Arby's customer service was compared to Subway's, and he defended Subway's shitty response over me. Oh, ridiculously good. Okay. I thought what's wrong with Arby's? They got the meats. And I mean, I've always had better times in Arby's than Subway's. And despite how Arby's physical locations are dwindling by the minutes, they're still pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of a dick move by your friend, man. If anything, a friend should see your point and acknowledge it. Yeah, it's a good point. He doesn't have to agree with you, but it's a pretty fair point. Yeah, they got the meats. They got the roast beefs, the curly fries, the melts. Crazy. Death by crushing or pressing was a method of execution that has a history during which the techniques use a variety greatly from place to place, generally involving placing heavy weights upon a person with the intent to kill. A common method of death through South and Southeast Asia for over 4,000 years was crushing by elephant. The Sasanians, Romans, and Carthaginians also used this method on occasion. Popeyes went bankrupt? Really? Let me see. No, it was just one? There was just one dude who went bankrupt. I thought they meant the entire Popeyes brand, like the entire company went under. Popeyes franchisee files for bankruptcy following founder's death. Oh, he died? I complained to Arby's that somebody misheard me, and they sent me to not one, but 2 coupons and 2 apologies directly from the employee who misheard me. That was excessive. Excessive, but excessively nice, if anything. 2 coupons and 2 apologies. That's kind of nice. Arby's has not only the meats, but the kindness. They should put that as their new tagline. Premier Cajun Kings, a Popeyes franchisee that currently operates 19 Popeyes restaurants, declared bankruptcy this week following the untimely death of its sole owner and manager. 30 million in sales during 20 and 21. 500 employees. Ah, damn, that sucks, man. I mean, that's a lot of people to be unemployed now. Fuck. All right. Crushing under common law. Okay, yeah, crushing. Again, it's more like that brutal type of torture where you actually want to put a guy down there, like make him feel it. But using an elephant, I mean, the elephant's just chilling there being an elephant. Crushing is B because of the cleanup afterward. Oh yeah, the cleanup. Again, for me, it's all about cost. I'm speaking like a true businessman. The cost of the torture. You have to get an elephant, train the elephant, tame the elephant. You can realistically tie the dude down, so the aim is pretty obvious. But then at that point, again, the actual torture method is too slow, too brutal. I'm not a big fan of that. I like quick, clean, easy. Easy bake oven. You say B, I say C, if anything. Not a fan. And for that reason, I'm out. See, what I did with Subway was that I wrote a joke in my order saying, make sure nobody sees you when you spit in my food. Which was a bad idea. But it was still pretty fucking stupid for them to think that I might have been serious. I mean, no, that's funny. That's a good one. I mean, again, if you work at Subway, you're not hired because of your sense of humor. But yeah, that was funny. I'll give you that. But for them to give you crap service because you were trying to be funny, that's kind of bad, man. If you said that to Arby's, they will laugh because Arby's has a sense of humor. Yeah, that was funny, man. That was a good one. Oh yeah, crushing. C tier. Nope. Oh no, please don't screw it up. Okay, it's good. They banned you? They banned you for making a joke? Oh my god, man. Okay, at least they didn't ban you from like all Subways, like in your zip code, just from that one particular store. But they banned you for making that stupid joke. Dude, they definitely don't hire people for a sense of humor. Yeah, you just got a bad customer service, man. If you said make sure nobody sees you when you spin my food, LOL, Lamau, XD. One of those things would be said. That's just stupid, man. Although now you know Subway is less on your totem pole of quality customer service restaurants or fast food places. All right. Damnatio ad bestias, condemnation to beast, was a form of Roman capital punishment where the condemned person was killed by wild animals. Wait, didn't I already see this one? This one's just like this one, bestiarius. Usually lions or other big cats. This form of execution was first appeared in the Roman Republic around the 2nd century BC. Had been part of a wider class of blood sports. Yeah, called bestiari. Yeah. This is essentially the same thing. Yeah. It's the same as the other one, so it gets the same tier as bestiari. Death flights. Death flights was a form of extrajudicial killing in which the victims are dropped to their death from airplanes and helicopters into oceans, large rivers, or even mountains. Death flights have been carried out in a number of internal conflicts, including France during the 1947 Malagasy uprising and the 1957 Battle of Algiers. And by the junta, because a manager could have lost her job, a health department violation. Oh yeah, true. Which leads me to believe that her employees are completely fucking stupid. Yeah, they are, definitely. I guess a manager was more concerned about like threats of spitting food. Couldn't see the obvious joke. Yeah, but just now you know not to go to that Subway. I mean, you can't go because you're banned, but you know that Subway sucks now. That specific location. Maybe a different Subway will treat you better. Will treat you right, animal. In the junta dictatorship during the Argentine Dirty War between 1976 and 83. Damn. Oh yeah, I've heard of this guy, Pinochet. Fucking, I think Argentina. Yeah, he did these things. I'm pretty sure it was Argentinian dictator. Yeah, he specialized in throwing motherfuckers off of helicopters. Death flights. If I wanted to complain about somebody contaminating my food, I wouldn't have gone to I wouldn't have put it in that order. True. Oh, he was Chilean. All right, never mind. Yeah, but yeah, I remember hearing about this like in history class or something, somewhere. But yeah, he specialized in throwing communists out of helicopters. Okay, nice. This one kind of good. The cost again, you have to pay for the helicopter, pay for the gasoline. Although again, mostly it's the killing by gravity. Letting nature take care of the killing is always cost effective. Also, the name is kind of interesting. I'll give it a low A tier. Death Flights. Also sounds like the name of a cartoon show. Maybe on Adult Swim. Alright, decapitation. Decapitation is a total separation of the head from the body. Such an injury is invariably fatal to humans and most other animals. Oh, no shit, really? Since it deprives the brain of oxygenated blood, while all other organs are deprived of the involuntary functions that are needed for the body to function. Usually the suspects are drugged and they cut their stomachs so they sink faster. Really? Again, it's prep time. I don't like prep time with executions. Like, just do the thing. You gonna eat some chicken? See ya. Alright, see ya, man. Enjoy your chicken. Decapitation. Wait, didn't I already talk about this? Like beheading or something? Yeah, beheading. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I already talked about beheading. That's a B tier level execution. I'll classify it as the same thing. It's the same thing. Imagine looking at the head of this dude and the prep. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Just do the thing, man. Yeah, decapitation and beheading go into the same tier. Defenestration. Defenestration, yep, I said that right. I'm smart. Is the act of throwing someone or something out of a window. Wait, there's a name for that? Yeah, I mean, a shot to the head does cost you a bullet. And, dude, remember what we saw earlier? Look, there's a bullet fee. Some government agents were so cheap, they... Hold on. Oh, no, why are you doing that, man? No, don't. Oh my god, why? You suck. Okay, screw it. God damn it, this thing is weird. I'm surprised that emasculation isn't on that list. That's because it doesn't execute you. It's much worse. You continue to live after the fact. Oh, that should be slightly better. Yeah, yeah, bullet fee. Some government agents were so cheap, they would charge the executed person's family a fee for the bullet used. So there's still technically cost associated with it. I'm looking for a truly cost-effective execution. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's the most effective. All right. There, yeah. Okay, yeah, throwing someone out of a window. I did not know there's a name for that. That's interesting. The term was coined around the time of an incident in Prague Castle in the year 1618, which became the spark that started the 30 Years' War. This was done in good Bohemian style, referring to defenestration, which occurred in Prague's new town hall almost 200 years earlier, which also on the occasion led to the Hussite War. The word comes from the Neo-Latin de, down from, and fenestra, window or opening. By extension, this term is also used to describe the forcible or peremptory removal of an adversary. I kind of like the name. The broken glass and the splatter. Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, see, at that point, you're just causing property damage. Every other execution method involved just cleanup of the victim. This one is victim cleanup and property damage. These people don't know how to kill people, I swear. Defenestration, I'll give it... it's simple. Has a funny name. But cleanup, property damage. You have to replace a window. It's like a low C tier. It could use some work. Oh crap, I just unforgot a really nasty method of execution. What kind? Which one are you referring to? Can you review blowing from a gun for me? Sorry, I'm late to class. Oh, no, I already did. Blowing from a gun is an A tier level execution. Also, what's up, M&Q? Hope you're having a great day today. Yeah, blowing from a gun, simple, it's effective, funny name. What else? Yeah, that was really it. Its rating came from its effectiveness and its funny sounding name. That's really it. No, you don't put him in a cannon. You attach his upper body to the muzzle of a cannon, so the cannonball blows through his chest. That way the head goes flying up like 40 feet. The arms shoot out like yards away. The bottom half of your body just falls, so it's like a giant splatter fest. There was a program in Romania back in the 1940s where they took 100 Jews to a slaughterhouse and literally butchered them to death in a parody of Judaism's kosher butchering. They hung the bodies on hooks. That's kind of gross. Fuck. I've not heard about that one. Damn. Didn't the Brits do a ton of that? Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure a lot of the pictures in that Wikipedia page were from British military. Wait, what? I just got a DM from a new recent viewer, Kaitomi's. He just joined the Discord, and then he DM'd me, Daldameht, I can't chat. I've only been following for a month. Please fix it. The chat's on 3-month follower mode because of, I think TE4000 put it that way. Okay, yeah, I'll undo it. That's funny. That's funny. Nice. Because I just got the ding on my phone. I see Discord notification. Someone typed or like was DMing me. Who's typing to me? Wait, Rem, haven't you been following like since forever? You've been following since forever. What are you talking about? Okay, nice. Yeah, gross is like a generous descriptor of it. Oh yeah, defenestration. Yeah, it's a C tier level thing. Yeah, you got me, man. Nope. Okay, next up, disembowelment. 4 months, really. 4 months feels like only a couple days, MNQ. Also, I got a bunch of other notifications. Dude, Kaido even typed a comment on one of my YouTube videos about it. He joined the Discord, DM'd me on Discord, and then he typed a comment on, I think, one of my recent videos. Yeah. 20 minutes ago, he typed on my recent YouTube video, Daldameht, turn the chat thing off. I've only been following for 1 month. I'm going to heart it and then pin that YouTube comment. Yeah, he really wants to me to know, and just really turn it off. He wants to type. TikTok. Oh yeah, Chad. Also, I got an Instagram. I didn't tell you that. While I was on my break, I made an Instagram account. Sub pattern. Disembowelment or evisceration is removal of some or all of the organs of the gastrointestinal tract or the bowels, usually through a horizontal incision made across the abdominal area. Disembowelment may result from an accident, but has been used as a method of torture and execution. In such practices, disembowelment may be accompanied by other forms of torture or removal of other vital organs. Okay. Yeah, disembowelment. It has been used as for capital punishment. Death follows several hours after gruesome pain. The victim will often be fully conscious while the torture is performed and will be removed, usually lose consciousness due to blood loss. However, in some forms, decapitation or removal of the heart lungs will hasten the victim's death. Oh yeah, no shit. Disembowelment has a funny-ish kind of name. It's overly gruesome. Again, I like my execution simple and clean and cost-effective. I'm a businessman like that. Oh yeah, and the cleanup. Oh my god, you gotta get the tools ready, clean up all the organs and the body and the blood spill. Because I'm reminded of that TV show Dexter. Do you remember how he had to set up the room? If you don't know, Dexter's a show about a dude who kills other killers. He has to set up a room full of plastic. He has to saran wrap all the furniture, tape up all the plastic and such. He has to set up a giant killing room. I can't imagine trying to do that every single time you try to kill someone. Spoilers, thanks. Hey, no problem, man. The show's 15 years old. If you haven't seen it by now, you're not going to watch it. You know what? I put a D tier. At least high D. It's simple in its premise, but gruesome and costly in its execution. And then clean up. That's a D tier for disembowelment. Oh, you didn't even see it. It was still covering. Okay. All right, next up, dismemberment. Dismemberment is the act of cutting, ripping, tearing, pulling, wrenching, or otherwise disconnecting the limbs from a living or dead being. It's been practiced upon human beings as a form of capital punishment, especially in connections with the regicide, but can occur as a result of a traumatic accident or in connection with murder, suicide, or cannibalism. As opposed to surgical amputation of the limbs, dismemberment is often fatal. In criminology, a distinction is made between offensive dismemberment, in which dismemberment is a primary objective of the dismemberer. Primary objective of the dismemberer. It's a funny ending to the word. In defensive dismemberment, in which the motivation is to destroy evidence. Yeah, this is I would say disembowelment is a subsection of dismemberment. It's just brutal and ghoulish overkill for no reason. Answerer. It's just funny to say it like that. Yeah, it's a ghoulish overkill in the sense of disembowelment, so also low D tier. Because the setup and then the cleanup, it's just not worth it, man. I'll put it just below it. It's like a pale imitation of disembowelment. All right, last one for D, drowning. Drowning is a type of suffocation induced by the submersion of the mouth and nose in a liquid. Most instances of fatal drowning occur alone or in situations where others present are either unaware of the victim's situation excuse me, or unable to offer assistance after successful resuscitation. Drowning victims may experience breathing problems, vomiting, confusion, or unconsciousness. Occasionally, victims may not begin experiencing these symptoms until several hours after they are rescued. An incident of drowning can also cause further complications for victims due to low body pressure, aspiration, or vomit, acute respiratory distress syndrome. Damn. Thank you. You felt the sneeze too? I mean, there was some kickback to that sneeze. I felt it in the soul. Drowning, this is kind of a the Chicago overcoat, the cement shoes is a subsection of this. Just without the giant cement things. You're drowning the dude, assuming it's still alive. Again, this one is actually a lot better. You're letting nature take care of it. Very cost effective, very little setup. You literally just throw a dude in there and then he drowns. That was a very black sneeze. Yes, it was. Given how I am black. Drowning is actually pretty good. It's also, there's no cleanup because the dude can just decompose and be fed into the ocean. The fish and algae and stuff can just feed on the body. This is actually a super great execution method. This may be the first S tier method. The setup is easy. You literally throw a person into the water. There's no cost. There's no cleanup. And you're returning material back into the water to then feed that body of water. This is actually S tier. This is the first S tier motherfucker. S tier execution method. This is actually really good. Decomposition happens faster in water. It speeds up 60 times the process of salt water as well. Even better, cleanup is faster and nutrients returns back into the water and feeds the local aquatic life. Yeah. This may be an actual S tier level execution. Nice. It'll probably be the only one too. There's probably only two that I'll find, but this is the first one. All right, next up, E, electric chair, a classic. An electric chair is a device used to execute an individual by execution. When used, the condemned person is strapped to a specially built wooden chair and electrocuted through electrodes fastened to the head and leg. This execution method, conceived in 1881 by a Buffalo, New York dentist. Wait, a dentist made this? Alfred P. Southwick was developed through 1880s as a supposed humane alternative to hanging and was first used in 1890. The electric chair has been used in the United States and for several decades in the Philippines. While death was originally theorized as a result from damage to the brain, it was shown in 1899 that it primarily results from ventricular fibrillation and eventual cardiac arrest. Daldameht the submarine imploded to feed his pet fish near the Titanic. You have no evidence of that. Getting roasted, literally. Yeah, true. This is how someone feels in a voice chat with his friends, and he's the one who gets always picked on. He gets put into the electric chair. But yeah, I didn't know a dentist invented this. The concept of the electric chair. I didn't know that. This is what I love. This is part of the charm of a Daldameht live stream. It's entertainment and informative. It's my patented infotainment. You learn and you have fun. It's great. The electric chair is a classic again. It's horrible in terms of cost. You need the wood. You have to build a wooden chair. The fasteners. The electric head rig. The electric power to kill the dude. It's too costly, man. I wasn't aware that a dentist invented it either. Makes sense though. I guess so, yeah, but it's truly a new fact I did not know. Yeah, in terms of cost, this is really bad. This is a really bad thing. Also, death isn't even guaranteed from the electrocution. It was ventricular fibrosis or whatever, and then heart attack or whatever. So, actually, no, this is D tier quality. Horrible setup and then clean up. The cost is too much. It's actually really bad. See, that's how you know a dentist invented it and not an engineer. He wasn't thinking about the cost of it. I gotta get an injection. Yeah, I mean that one's much cleaner. I'm pretty sure with the injection, it's a dual injection. The first one kills off your sense of feeling, and the second one just stops your heart. So at least with injection, you don't feel pain. All right, euthanasia coaster. The euthanasia coaster was a hypothetical steel roller coaster designed by a euthanasia device to kill its passengers. The concept was conceived in 2010 and made into a scale model by Lithuanian artist Vat. A PhD candidate at the Royal College of Art in London, who has experience at an amusement park employee, stated that the goal of his concept roller coaster is to take lives with elegance and euphoria. As for practical application of this design, Urbanus mentioned euthanasia or execution. John Allen, who served as president of the Philadelphia Toboggan Company, inspired Urbanus with his description of the ultimate roller coaster as one that sends out 24 people and they all come back dead. What? I'm actually kind of confused by this. Would kill its passengers through prolonged cerebral hypoxia or insufficient supply of oxygen to the brain. The right 7 inversions would inflict 10 G forces on its passengers for 60 seconds, causing G-force related symptoms, starting with gray out, then through tunnel vision to blackout, and eventually G-lock. This is a shit idea, man. And you can tell it's shit because the person went to... Where is it? Wait, where is it? London, England, the U... Oh shit, hold on. London, as in the UK, as in... Oi, mate, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Bruv. That's how you know it's a shit idea, because it comes from the London bastards. Even though he's Lithuanian, he went to a London school, which is why he's so stupid to invent this. Yeah, this is just a... This idea fucking sucks. That's actually E tier. Like, there's no elegance to that. There's no euphoria. There's no presentation or anything. It just sucks. Hitler liked London for a while, and that's how you know Hitler was a bad person. He was a bad person because he liked London. All right, next up. Drowning? We just talked about this. Yeah, it's right there. Elephant? Oh yeah, we talked about crushing, yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. Execution van. The execution van, also called a mobile execution unit, was developed by the government of the People's Republic of China and was first used in 1997. The prisoner was strapped to a stretcher and executed inside the van. The van allows death sentences to be carried out without moving the prisoner to an execution ground. The vans also require less staffing, requiring 4 people to assist with the injection and are mobile. The PRC states that the vans are more humane than previous forms of execution. In 2004, Amnesty International predicted that the execution rate in China would increase because of mobile capital punishment. Dude, imagine Uber, but for but for carrying out capital punishments. Imagine ordering an Uber to then get whacked. However, the number of executions dropped steadily in the 2000s. Wow, that's amazing. I just had to imagine as like a stupid hypothetical. Order an Uber, it comes over. 4 dudes in all black tactical suits, and then you're just gone. That's actually terrifying. This isn't bad in terms of like killing and pain and torture. That's just a terrifying concept. Execution van. It's really just kidnapping with extra steps. Really. Like it's kidnapping but with more swiftness, more ease. So this one I don't like it because mostly because of how terrifying of a concept it is. I like how it was done in China too. Extermination through labor. Extermination through labor. German Vernichtung durch Arbeit. As you can tell, I'm a fluent German speaker. Is a term that was adopted to describe forced labor in Nazi concentration camps in light of the high mortality rate and poor conditions. In some camps, a majority of prisoners died within a few months. In the 21st century, research has questioned whether there was a general policy of extermination through labor in the Nazi concentration camp system because of widely varying conditions between camps. It argues that the camp system involved exploitation of forced labor in some prisoners, especially the Jews, only limited overlap between the two. It's kind of like crucifixion. How it has a major historical baggage, or baggage. It's delayed. It's not as clean and simple as I like it to be. You're working a person to death just like to rush up the death. Cost is too much. Or maybe you make up the cost from the labor, in like in a weird way. Cleanup is bad, takes too long, cost is bad, and the historical baggage, I don't like it. If anything, how about you just stop being a lazy fuck and then do the job yourself? I honestly, I put that low D tier. What about death marches? What are death marches? I probably haven't gone to that part yet. And well, shh, don't spoil it. All right, next up, F. Falling. Throwing or dropping people from great heights has been used as a form of execution since ancient times. People executed in this way die from injuries caused by hitting the ground at high speeds. Oh yeah, no shit. Oh yeah, this is just like the defenestration or death flights. So technically, I've already talked about this one. Yeah. Execution by firing squad. Classic. Execution by firing squad, in the past sometimes called fusilating, is a method of capital punishment, particularly common in the military in times of war. Some reasons for its use are that firearms are usually readily available, and a gunshot to a vital organ such as the brain or heart most often will kill relatively quickly. Composed of several soldiers, all of whom usually instructed to fire simultaneously, thus preventing both disruption of the process by one member and identification of who fired the lethal shot. Oh, so it's like to not pass blame. If one guy got a kill shot, then the others can like cover his tracks. This one is the classic method. It's definitely a lot in media. I don't like it though. It's too costly. Too many bullets. Too many men. Many men wish death upon me. I don't like it. And then next you know, after they do the firing squad, they charge bullet fees for all the. Well, actually, wait. These are probably used like on POWs or something, not like on actual prisoners. But it's ghoulish overkill. It's too costly. You waste bullets. The name isn't even that good. I think I'm gonna put this at like high E tier because it's historical prevalence. I'll give it credit for that. That's really it. Flaying. Like I'm trying to make sure there's actually no like weird images show up. Because so far all of these use like old paintings and whatnot. Flaying, also known colloquially as skinning, is a method of slow and painful execution in which skin is removed from the body. Generally, an attempt is made to keep the removed portion of skin intact. A dead animal may be flayed when preparing to be used as human food, or its hide or fur. That's skinning. Flaying humans is used as a method of torture or execution depending on how much skin is removed. This is often referred to as flaying alive. There are also records of people flayed after death, generally as a means of debasing the corpse of a prominent enemy or criminal, sometimes related to religious belief. Sometimes the skin is used, again, for deterrence, esoteric, ritualistic purposes. Again, this is just like dismemberment. The setup is too much. The cost, the setup is too much. The cleanup is disgusting and too much. And it's too slow. Like, why would someone who's killing someone want to take it as long as possible? Don't you got other shit to do? Don't you have homework or something? You have like taxes to fill out, TPS reports to make? What are you doing? And this is like low D. Also, the name is kind of weird, like flaying. I feel like when I say flaying, I'm not saying the word. Or like when I try to say it, I'm not saying the word. The name of the method could be better. That's what I'm trying to say. So far, yeah, this is terrible. In all aspects of execution, from the name to the cost, to the setup, to the cleanup, to effectiveness, it fails in almost all regard. It's D tier. It's terrible. Next up, forced suicide. Damn. Forced suicide is a method of execution where the victim is coerced into committing suicide to avoid facing an alternative option they perceive as much worse, such as suffering torture, public humiliation, or having friends or family members in prison, tortured, or killed. Oh yeah, dude, they got my boy Socrates by this method. Oh wait, I effed. Oh, I've been dropping frames. What the hell? Dropping more frames. Just got Butterfingers just dropping all these frames, man. Drop. Okay, I should be good now. Yeah. Dude, they got my boy Socrates by this, drinking damn hemlock. Damn, RIP the dead homies, man. The dude was really just asking questions, and they killed him for that. Like, the fuck? Yeah, forced suicide, leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Not a fan. Now, just because they got my boy Socrates with that, it's E tier. It's the worst one. Its historical baggage gives it a really bad name. E tier.
Neat.
Wow, you're
Fustu-
alive, how sad.
The fuck? Fustuarium. Thanks for the 1-bit, Girth. Wow, you're alive. How sad. I miss you too, baby. Thanks for the 1-bit. In the military of ancient Rome, the punishment of cudgeling was a severe form of military discipline in which a soldier was cudgeled to death. Oh, a club. A club is a short stick or staff or stick made of wood. It's prehistory. Okay. Oh, so wait, does it mean they're just beaten to death? Girth wants Dalda dead? I mean, true, he does. I don't know why Girth hates me so much, man. It's like, I'm here providing entertainment, and then he wants me dead. It's like, why? It's like, what did I do? Polybius. This disgrace, flogging and death as a foreign discipline imposed by a soldier. Penalty. When a sentry deserted his post, stealing from one soldier in the camp, a soldier who committed the act of theft has right arm cut off. So it's just like, I don't know what this is though. Is it just beating a dude or like cutting off some shit?
Huh.
Okay, so a 10th man in the store.
I'm a subbing motherfucker.
Oh, there's the sub, Girth. I'm a subbing motherfucker. You are indeed, because you subbed. Big love for the support, Girth. Thank you. Hope you've been well since I've been gone. I know you've missed me a lot, Girth, since I've been gone. Like you were just crying yourself to sleep. Like, why won't Dalda stream? I miss Dalda so much. Dalda, go live, damn it! I fucking hate you. But don't worry, man. I'm back. Historical strong. Yes. Okay, I'm assuming it's just like a dude was beaten to death. Like I'm not a Rome expert. Jesus Christ, there's so many like variations. Yeah, I'm assuming it just means beat the dude with a stick. It's a classic method. Sticks are pretty cool.
I was very sad I couldn't be here to bully you for payback of you giving me suicidal thoughts.
There's a 1-bit Earth. I was very sad I couldn't be here to bully you for payback for you giving me suicidal thoughts. I've never given you suicidal thoughts, but thank you for the 1-bit. Yeah, I think this one's just beating on a dude with a stick. Actually, I can appreciate that because sticks are better than stones, as decided by that tournament I ran, the Sticks and Stones Showdown. We proved conclusively that sticks are better than stones or rocks. So this one, I mean, it's a simple, like, average method. I'll get a mid B tier. Not too shabby. Stones and stinks may break our dicks.
Neat.
What?
Wild, is there a way to check mod
Very
for
true.
me to see how many streams I've been flagged in? Probably not many on this account, TBH.
Oh wait, yeah. Maybe not how many streams you've been banned, but there's a system. I can't spell me either. I can't speak, Anvil. There's a Twitch method where it says you can flag risky accounts. Like I forget what it's called. Yeah, there's like a thing streamers have called you can like not bookmark, but like mark down like bad viewers. Where is it? Yeah, like right here for this one. You can share banned info. Sharing banned information helps you create and maintain a safe space both within your channel and across Twitch. Banned users from channels you share banned information with it will be flagged for you and your moderators to manage. Getting started by sending your first shared request. And there's like something, there's a setting in your chat you can put to flag suspicious viewers, I think. Like suspicious or at-risk viewers of being like alt accounts or ones who are banned in a lot of streams. I never put it on because I'm not a pussy-ass cringe streamer. I don't care that much. Maybe it's somewhere, I don't know. But that's the most I've seen. Oh, wait, no, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Ban evasion detection. Ban evasion detection uses machine learning to detect potential ban evaders using a signal level threat you select. When enabled, users will be flagged and surfaced to moderators for review. This is probably the closest thing that there is. A lot of times when I come into a chat, they say I'm flagged as suspicious. Yeah, probably because they have this enabled. The ban evasion detection. And if you do it so much, they probably lock it not to your account, but to your IP. Since your IP is also sometimes connected to your Twitch account, and they can just straight up ban IPs. So yeah, they probably have this on, so they see your account as, oh, this Italian growth guy is probably a suspicious motherfucker. TwitchCon Las Vegas tickets are on sale now. Oh yeah, there's a Twitch convention. I always forget about that. There's a TwitchCon, Anime Con, Con. Can you see notes on me or no? Because you don't have. I don't think no, because I don't have it on. Because that's such a stupid thing to have enabled. And no, it just marks you as a suspicious viewer. Actually, I'm going to turn it on just to see what I see. This could be a great learning experience for all of us, chat. Oh. Oh my god, dude. Why is this a thing? That's racist? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, turn on ban evasion detection. Recommended. Okay. Restricted monitoring. Likely invaders will be restricted. Their messages will be delivered only to mods. Possible invaders. All possible invaders will be flagged for monitoring. Their messages will be still be delivered to all chatters. Okay, I now have ban evasion detection on. My chat will now be safe and secure from weirdos. Yeah, so there you go. Wait, did I agree this one? Fuster, whatever ism? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Do you feel safe? Yes, I do. Now that I have Twitch's ban evasion detection on, I feel immensely safe. I don't know how I ever operated my stream without Twitch's ban evasion detection. But now I feel like I can grow a very safe, wholesome community. I'm sure it would have flagged you beforehand. No, nothing. See right here, Italian girth. Nothing suspicious. Oh wait, but I can put a monitor Italian girth or restrict Italian girth. So with this, I guess from this setting, I can mark you as a user that should be monitored throughout other Twitch streams. So if they have ban evasion detection, they'll see, oh, this is a marked user. I need to watch out for him because he could be a bad viewer. No, besides that, you don't have anything like that on you. But man, I still feel safe because of that thing. Oh no, I already graded this one. Okay. How about me? No, Rem, you're definitely good. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing on you, man. You're good. Yeah, now you also keep getting new accounts left and right, so probably not. All right, next one. Now we're on to the G's. Garrote. I think I'm banning only one chat. Wait, you're banning someone's chat? What could have you possibly typed wrong to get you banned? You're pretty much you're a great chatter, at least by my standards. That's why you're VIP. What did you type to get banned? For talking English in a European chat? Oh my god, fucking Europeans. And they wonder why nobody likes them. A garrote or garroteville is a weapon, usually a handheld ligature of chain, rope, scarf, wire, finish line used to strangle a person. Oh wait, this was the thing that was used in that James Bond movie. The World Isn't Enough with Pierce Brosnan. He almost had his neck crushed from the back from that one lady. Yeah. Yeah, Rem, if anything, that should let you know, stay away from European chats. They are toxic. They are cringe. Since they're all poor, they have nothing but memes and being toxic as their fuel for life. I mean, you can still go to them, Rem, but don't chat, and don't be surprised of the amount of just cancer you see, man. It's best to just stay away entirely. We can talk about nuking Europe later. Yeah, a garrote. It's impressive in its simplicity. It's kind of like this garrote feels like a it feels like one of those useless Apple phone updates or like additions. Like like every Apple phone, how it's only different from the previous version by like a bigger screen or like one additional camera lens or kind of like that. This is like a useless Apple phone update. It's like it's like the person was trying to do something new, like something innovative, but you're just like, It seems cool, but nothing too special. This is choking, but automated almost. Like, I'm not. It's alright, I guess, but not really impressed. I'll get at least a low C tier. It's a bit inventive. There's no cleanup afterwards. Gas chamber. A gas chamber is an apparatus for killing humans or other animals with gas, consisting of a sealed chamber in which a poisonous or asphyxiant gas is introduced. Poisonous agents used include hydrogen cyanide or carbon monoxide. It's an 1830 Haitian Revolution, cargo ships, sulfur dioxide. Hamilton. Da-da-da. Damn. I like how. Okay, I thought for a second Germany had its own separate section for gas chambers, given history. But no, each section has its own thing. This page gave it to North Korea, Lithuania, U.S., all of them. I thought it was just Germany had its own giant 3-paragraph section. Gas chamber. It's a bit of a meme, if anything. Now, when it comes to edgy jokes, there's slavery, 9/11, gas chambers. Those are the big 3 when it comes to edgy jokes for 14-year-olds. There's historical precedents. It's a bit of a meme. Oh yeah, it's definitely not cheap. Are you kidding me? Carbon monoxide and sulfur, hydrogen cyanide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. That's definitely not cheap to manufacture. Mostly because they don't appear in nature. You gotta manufacture that kind of crap. Usually those guys are resulting from waste product from chemical reactions. The cost of this is unsightly. Just to kill off a bunch of motherfuckers, that's not worth it. Nope. But given the memes, historical precedents, the cost is just horrible. You have to really hate someone to put that much money into gassing them. This is just it sucks. I wouldn't put an E tier given its historical use and legacy, but it's low D tier. That's terrible. I can't imagine wasting that much money. Oh, there we go. Next up is the Genekschusanlage. What? German for neck shooting facility is the official name of a facility used for surprise executions in Nazi Germany. The victim was placed under the pretext of a medical examination in a position where a shot could be fired in the back of the neck from a neighboring room. For that purpose, the facilities were partly disguised as height measuring devices for medical instruments. The facilities are mostly known from concentration camps where they were not only used to carry out official death sentences, but also to carry out inconspicuous murders of larger groups or victims. A group wait, there's a Discord. Oh, you're already in. What do you mean? To gossip about everyone else is not our own popular clique. You wanna have a separate group chat, that's not the Dalda Discord, to talk about other people, other viewers from the Discord. Are you actually in high school or something? Do the measuring device. This one is kind of this is like a prank. This is like a prank level gone wrong type of thing. Yes, where we should talk everyone because we're the popular kids. You can't sit with us. It's up to you guys to make your own separate group chat. I mean, there's already the Discord where everyone already congregates and does things. That's up to you, man. Yeah, this is like a prank setup thing. It's just okay, this is like a setup in a rom-com movie where you go to epic proportions to prank someone, but you accidentally shoot them. Hey buddy, yeah, just we're taking high C. Who's the tallest dude? Yeah, come take your height, and then you accidentally shoot your friend. From the friend who's in the other room who forgot that you're not doing the prank, but he does it anyway. This is just stupid. Discord is too public. Me and Pattern paint our nails and spill the tea. Oh, I'm sure you do. Just having a great time over there. Yeah, this one's just fucking stupid. It's like espionage, like killing method. It's just also the name sucks. No offense to all my Germans out there. I know I have a lot of German viewers, of course. The Daldameht stream is pretty international with its viewer base. No offense to all my Germans out there, but this name sucks. Okay? No offense. We gossip about everyone, even Principal Dalda. Cool. Yeah, this is E tier. Oh, you can't see it, damn it. Nope, that's my cam, damn it. Dalda supports the burning of I definitely don't support that. Yeah, this one's just terrible. New video idea, making high school cliques within your chatters. I'm not doing that. The hell? You can do that if you want. I'm not doing that. My clique is just the chat. All of you come here to chat. That's it. I want to go into the ring with a juggalo. Isn't a juggalo like a male hooker or something? Get betting. Yeah. Isn't a juggalo a male prostitute? Or is that a gigolo? Wait, isn't juggalo in like the clown posse? The insane clown posse isn't something with that related to juggalos? Really on here. Yeah, there's nothing. What's a juggalo? Rem is the nerd who doesn't get bullied and is friends with a popular kid. That was me. That was me in high school. I was the nerd, but I never got bullied. And I was somewhat cool with the popular dudes. Yeah, right here. Slang, a fan of the American hip-hop group Insane Clown Posse. But a gigolo... I don't know him. Fuck. Yeah. For some reason, I knew that the word juggalo and the insane clown posse were like a thing together. Yeah, getting jiggy with it. Okay, this one. A gibet or a gibet is any instrument of public execution, including guillotine, executioner's block, impalement, stake, hanging gallows. Is the use of a gallows-type structure from which the dead or dying bodies of criminals were hanged on public display to deter other existing or potential criminals. If this is another stupid Instagram meme, I swear. I don't care if you're Latino, black, normal. We're all equal and should get along like if you agree. I like. Oh, is it Gigolo with the G? Yeah, male prostitute, yeah. Hired escort or dancing partner for a woman. Then why is it spelled with a G? That's kind of confusing. Oh yeah, I said that earlier in stream. Son of a bitch, I effed. Yeah, I mentioned earlier in stream as I was checking notifications, I made an Instagram account just so I can have the name Daldameht on Instagram. Probably never gonna post anything because I hate Instagram. Yeah, I know it, Juggalo. And then that one's stupid. All right, Jabetting. Or Gibet. Also used as a method of execution where the criminals left to die for exposure, thirst, or starvation. Oh yeah, I've seen this. I remember seeing this in the movie, not the movie, but the TV show detailing Marco Polo's adventure through Mongolia. I remember the leader, one of his betrayers, he let him hang outside to be like starve and be pecked out by birds. I just now remembered I saw that show. There's a TV show about Marco Polo and his adventures through East Asia and Mongolia. I'm not following you, Garth. I just told you I'm not gonna post anything on Instagram. I just have the account, just to have the name Daldameht. That's it. Not following, not commenting, nothing. Unless you're a cute girl, Garth, I'm not following you on Instagram. Okay, that's my policy. This one. I mean, its cost is pretty good. Cleanup is kind of iffy. D tier, honestly. Because once you put the dude in the thing, assuming you don't clean up, I'm not following you back. Once you put the dude in the thing, assuming you leave him in there to starve to death and deter other criminals, then you just have hanging chains of skeletons. I identify as a cute girl. That's not how that works, dude. Just because you identify as one doesn't make you one. The word dog comes up a lot. Well, I was a wolf. I used to eat dogs. Where do you get these things, man? Oh, I got a notification. Oh my god, I got a follow on my Instagram account. Awesome. I'm so popular. Yeah, this one sucks. D tier. Halifax gibbet. The Halifax gibbet was an early guillotine used in the town of Halifax, West Yorkshire, England. But I mean, it's just the same thing. Or is this different somehow? Who followed you? I got a follow from you, Girth, obviously. You just said it that you followed me. The device consisted of an axe head fitted to the base of a heavy wooden block that ran in grooves between two 15-foot tall uprights, mounted to a stone base. A rope attached to the block ran over a pulley, allowing it to erase, which afterwards secured by attaching the pin to the base. A block carrying the axe was then released either by withdrawing the pin.
Neat.
Oh, so it's like a method of beheading? Thanks for the 1-bit Girth. Thanks, man. Funny meme. So it's just a guillotine, really, for beheading. So it's the same as just being beheaded. Hanged, drawn, and quartered. I kind of like this one. When I say I like this one, I mean the name is simple and implies a lot. Also, thanks for the 1-bit Girth for that link. Very funny meme. To be hanged, drawn, and quartered became a statutory penalty for men convicted of high treason in the Kingdom of England. The convicted traitor was fastened to a hurdle or wooden panel and drawn by horses to the place of execution, where he was hanged, almost at the point of death, emasculated, disemboweled, beheaded, and quartered. Oh, so this one's like the combo package. This is what I like about this one. Yeah, hanged. I know this mostly for being drawn and quartered. That's the part I know. But you get hung, emasculated, disemboweled, beheaded, and quartered. You get the combo platter, all for one price. Wait, emasculated. Does that mean get your dick chopped off? Yep. Wait.
Neat.
Would you follow Melissa Gorga?
Oh my god, that's a weird picture. Would you follow Melissa Gorga? Thanks for the 1 bit. Who's Melissa Gorga? No, I wouldn't. Thanks for the 1 bit though. Doesn't the mafia do this or the cartel? I'm not sure what the cartel does. I know, Chicago mafia do the cement shoes. The Colombian gang uses the Colombian necktie. Radicals use beheadings. I don't know which one really. She looks like a side piece, not the main. Yeah, I would say something along those lines. Just to one day hopefully eat her ass. Girth, aren't you married? You're married to a different woman that's not the woman in that picture. Why are you talking about eating a different woman's ass? I'm gonna tell your wife on you. Yeah, hanged, drawn, and quartered. His remains would often be displayed in prominent places across the country, such as London Bridge, to serve as a warning to the fate of traitors. For reasons of public decency, women convicted of high treason were instead burned at the stake. This one is kind of good because it's the combo platter.
Would you follow this slut?
Thanks for the 1 big girth. Would you follow this slut? That's your wife, dude. Girth, that's your wife's Instagram account. Burn at the stake, the same punishment. You eat the combo platter for this one. So it's like, it's kind of nice. Also, I have a weird... I kind of have a weird fascination with drawn and quartered. Also, for some reason, I thought being quartered meant you had like your blood drained. But obviously, since that's quart, that means chopped into 4 or 4 pieces.
I color my hooker all over it.
Thanks for the 1 bit. I color my hooker all over Instagram. That's amazing. I hope one day to have a wife and I can color a hooker as well on the internet. Yeah, but quartered means that just to be like ripped apart into multiple pieces. So this one, because it's the combo platter, the combo deal, I give this one low A tier. Also, I have like a weird fascination with it as well. That's brutal as fuck. Like, aren't you dead already? I mean, yeah, because you get hung, drawn. I think. Wait, what is drawn? I think drawn means. I think that means you get your blood drained or something. Let me Google this. Oh my god. Yeah, the rest is just for show and like brutality. I'm even crazy off Twitch. Oh, I bet so. Drawn and quartering. First he was drawn, that is tied to a horse and then dragged to the gallows. Okay, to the horse. A so-called hurdle or sledge, and sometimes mentioned in this context, although such device may mean mercy. The remainder of the punishment might include hanging, not to death, live disembowelment, burning of the entrails, beheading, and then quartering. Yeah, so he doesn't die from the hanging, definitely from the disembowelment. If not from that, then the entrails being burnt, and if not that, then the beheading, and if somehow not dying from being beheaded, then being quartered. Yeah. So that's just ghoulish overkill for no reason. Next up, hanging, a classic. Hanging is killing a person by suspending them from the neck with a noose or ligature. Hanging has been a common method of capital punishment since the Middle Ages, and is the primary execution method in numerous countries and regions. The first known account of execution by hanging is in Homer's Odyssey. Really? I actually didn't know that, given how I never even read that book. The past and past participle of hang in this sense is hanged rather than hung. Freaking grammar Nazis. All right. Yeah, lynch mob style. Year ago? You look the exact same. Yeah, I don't know who this dude behind you is. Maybe he's your token black friend, but you look the exact same. All right, hanging. It's a classic method. A rope, it's definitely more cost effective than a bullet, I would say, because you have to manufacture a bullet. Cleanup is somewhat manageable. I'll give it a low B tier. Oh, 2016? Oh, nice. Then yeah, I guess you do age well. You're just like me. But for me, I have the black don't crack buff. Alright, eyes. Immirament. Immirament from the Latin in, and mirus, wall. Live entombment is a form of imprisonment, usually until death, in which somebody is placed within an enclosed space without exits. This includes instances where people have been enclosed in extremely tight confinement, such as within a coffin. When used as a means of execution, the prisoner is simply left to die from starvation or dehydration. This form of execution is distinct from being buried alive, in which the victim typically dies from asphyxiation. But immurement has also occasionally been used as an early form of life imprisonment, in which cases those people were regularly fed and given water. There have been few cases in which people actually survived for months or years after being walled up. Interesting. So basically it's a very tiny room being just walled up. 2015 senior prom. Crap, what a classy douchey picture. White suit, pink vest and bow tie, fake hundreds in a pimp cup. God, I hate you. Prom with wife 2015. You say this is 2015, but the picture looks like it was taken like in 1998. Like the grainy quality, the tinting of the skin looks like a Polaroid. It looks like it was taken on a Polaroid, if anything, like in 1990s. God, this one picture of you with what is that, a Bentley? Or it's a Cadillac? What is that? I'm not a car person, I don't know. A pimp cup in fake $100 bills. You disgust me. Alright, immurement. The setup is too much. You have to literally build a wall. You gotta build the thing around the person. That's just too much. It's simple in its premise. I'll give it a mid C tier. Mid to high. Those hundreds were real. It was from my dad's safe. The fact your dad gave you his hundreds from his safe just so you can like pose next to his Bentley or Cadillac or whatever the fuck car that is. That's a pretty cool dad. Neat. I like raccoons. Impalement. Oh my god. I know this picture quite well when it comes to impalement. Impalement as a method of torture and execution is the penetration of a human by an object such as a stake, pole, spear, or hook, often by the complete or partial perforation of the torso. It was particularly used as a response to crimes against the state and regarded across a number of cultures as a very harsh form of capital punishment and recorded in myth and art. Impalement was also used during the times of suppressing rebellions, punish traitors or collaborators, and punish breaches of military discipline. I know Vladimir, what's his name? King Vlad or whatever his name is, where the legend of Dracula came from. That dude. What's his name? He's like the dude who inspired the idea of Dracula. Yeah, Vladimir Player, thank you. Resident historian expert, thank you. I can't imagine I see this picture here. The Ottoman Empire. Oh, here it is. Yeah. The Vlad dude. Yeah, impalement. It has its historical nonsense. It's brutal for no reason. Again, I'm a simple, classy guy. I give it... Also, the cleanup is horrible, too. I want to say low C or high D. I would say high D. Because its historical matter is somewhat kind of cool. Alright, next up. Impalement inert gas asphyxiation is a form of asphyxiation which results from breathing a psychologically inert gas in the absence of oxygen rather than atmospheric air. Argon, helium, nitrogen, and methane. Wait, so like, isn't this not like a gas chamber, or? Execution by nitrogen asphyxiation was discussed briefly in print as a theoretical method of capital punishment. The idea was then proposed by Lawrence J. Gist II. Around the world and found them under accessory exclusions that nitrogen would be the best method. I mean, yeah, this is just like gas chamber nonsense. I already talked about this one. Whatever. Ishikozume. Sounds Japanese. Yep. Was a ritual method of execution performed in ancient Japan. The ritual is characterized by waist-high burial in earth followed by lapidation. Oh, stoning. It was traditionally been associated with the Yamabushi, Hermetic practitioners of the Shugendo religion, because they often used it when rules of the religion were violated. However, it has been observed in instances not involving Yamabushi. Its exact origins and nature have been debated by scholars. This execution method was used for crimes such as adultery, rape, murder, theft, arson, blasphemy, killing a sacred deer. What? Association with outcasters, maintaining unregistered rice fields, and treason. So you bury a dude and then throw rocks at his face. The use of all natural resources, dirt and rock. Kind of nice. The setup is just gotta bury the dude halfway, so not that big of a setup. But then cleanup, yeah, humans are brutal. Yeah, they are fucking just monsters. How would you clean that up though? Just like bury him right there? Like would you take out the body, continue burying more, and then just put the body in that newer, bigger hole? I would say maybe high C tier. If you didn't bury the dude, yeah, I guess high C tier. Fuck, you didn't see that, damn it, because the thing was, yeah, there it is, high C tier. All right, K, keel hauling is a form of punishment and potential execution once meted out to sailors at sea. The sailor was tied to a line looped beneath the vessel, thrown overboard on one side of the ship, and dragged under the ship's keel, either from one side of the ship to another, or the length of the ship below stern. Also, he just dragged behind the ship. The common superstition is that keel hauling amounted to a sentence of either death by extreme torture or at the very least maiming. The whole of the ship was usually covered in barnacles. Oh, okay, I get you now. Other marine growth, and thus keel hauling would typically result in serious lacerations.
Neat.
From
Dalda smoking cock tonight.
Thanks to the one bit girth, Dalda smoking cock tonight. I'm not smoking cock tonight. I'm going to finish off the rest of my cinnamon delights from Taco Bell, and then probably have some rice and chicken. Thanks for the one bit. Scarring: if the victim was dragged slowly, his weight might allure him sufficiently to miss the barnacles. This method was frequently resulted in drowning. There was also a risk of head trauma from cutting against the hull or keel, especially if the ship was in motion. This one's also kind of good in terms of setup because it's just a rope, kind of like with being hung.
Rice and chicken? You're on a diet, you fat fuck.
This one big girth: rice and chicken. You're on a diet, you fat fuck. No, I'm not on a diet. Do I look like I need to be on a diet? I mean, you never seen my body, Chad, but no, I'm clearly don't need to be on a diet. That's just what's in the fridge. There is some rice there, and some chicken, some vegetables and whatnot. I'm just going to put the rice and chicken together because they taste good together. I clearly don't need to be on a diet. If anything, I need to gain weight. Keel haul. This one's kind of good. God damn it. Setup is pretty alright. Thanks again for the one bit. Also, if he dies, you can just cut the rope and then he goes into the water. Yeah, this one's kind of like drowning, but with extra steps, so this is super cost effective, easy to do, no cleanup. Actually, this one's pretty good. I'll put it just below drowning.
Neat.
I thought you were eating
This
fried
one big growth.
chicken
I
and
thought you were
Kool-Aid
eating
tonight.
fried chicken and Kool-Aid tonight. Nope. You are mistaken. Thanks again for the one bit. Lethal injection. Lethal injection is the practice of injecting one or more drugs into a person, typically a barbiturate, paralytic, and potassium solution for the express purpose of causing rapid death. The main application of this procedure is capital punishment. The term may also be applied into a broader sense, including euthanasia and other forms of suicide. The drugs cause the person to become unconscious, stops their breathing, and causes heart arrhythmia in that order. The only downside of this is the cost. I need a chest. What do you mean chest? Like in Minecraft chest, or like a chest muscle? Lethal injection. Oh, you can't even see that damn thing. Lethal injection. Manufacturing those drugs must take a long time.
Neat.
Fuck you, Nick. Nick is an evil man. He is mean and icky.
1 minute. Thanks for the 1 bit. Drug cost. It's pretty humane given every other method we've seen here. They're so old, archaic, barbaric. This one's literally made just to kill you quickly. Besides cost, this one's pretty good. So I'm give it at least high A tier, because it doesn't beat the cost effectiveness of these S tier ones, so it's gonna be A tier. All right, Lei de Fugas. I thought that Italian Girth was supposed to be good. Nope, he's not. He's a giant idiot. You just haven't been around in a while, Annabelle. The application of lei de fugas, Spanish for law for escapes, is a type of extrajudicial execution that consists of simulating an attempted escape of a prisoner and then killing them for attempting an escape prison.
That was so fucking unnecessary.
Thanks for the 1 bit. What the fuck was that for? That was so unnecessary. Nah, you're trying to be coy. I see what you're doing, Girth. You can't slip my private eye. Also, it was only 1 minute. Stop being a giant baby. Simulating an attempted escape of a prisoner and then killing them for attempting... Oh! So you basically, you make a dude look like he's escaping and then like, oh, hey, prison guard, he escaped. Kill him. Yeah, I know, it sounded like he was trying to say it. That's why he got banned. Maybe he says that was unnecessary. Like, Girth, you a big dummy. This one's just mean by any standard. You make a guy look like he's leaving or trying to escape, and then you pin it on him to then kill him. That's just mean. That's just mean and stupid. E tier. Ling Chi. Translated variously as the slow process, the lingering death, or slow slicing, also known as the death by 1,000 cuts, was a form of torture and execution used in China. It was also used in Vietnam and Korea. A knife was used to methodically remove portions of the body over an extended period of time, eventually resulting in death. Ling Chi was reserved for crimes viewed as especially heinous, such as treason. Even after the practice was, was outlawed, the concept itself has still appeared across many types of media. Oh yeah, I've seen this one before. This one is the complete antithesis of what is my ideal execution method. Takes way too damn long. The premise is simple, it takes way too long. So at least a D tier. Like, why? You only do that if you like seek active pleasure from torturing people. You have like some fetish of like removing skin from someone over a long period of time. That's the only reason you would do something like that. Maiden. The Scottish maid is an early form of guillotine. I think we already talked about that. Or did we? Have we not somehow already talked about?
Neat.
It's decapitation. It's the same thing.
Gang is a liberal who takes steroids. Honestly, doubt that why you have liberals and steroids.
Is death marches a different thing? I'll search it up right now. This is 1 big Girth. Is a liberal who takes steroids. Honestly, I don't know why you have liberals and steroid users in chat. Girth, you take steroids. Like, that's literally the pot calling the kettle black. Death marches. Who said I take steroids? I'm natty. The people who say I'm natty are the biggest ones who take steroids. Otherwise, there would be no need for you to know the word natty. A death march is a forced march of prisoners of war or other captives or deportees in which individuals are left to die along the way. Oh, so you just march them until they die? Oh, using the Holocaust. Okay. Forced members of marches over long distance and abused by accompanying guards and often killed. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not mentioned here, but I guess I'll cover it. I'm wanting to have kids first before I hop on test. I mean, that's probably good because steroids will definitely screw up your children, like mentally. Actually, I'll just put it here. Death marches, you march along a bunch of prisoners in horrible conditions, beating them along the way, treating them like shit until they die. Yeah, again, it's delayed barbaric nonsense. Death marches. That's just mean for meanness sake. Don't like it.
Neat.
At @Anbral_gang has a button cock. He
Has
loves
a
steroids and is
button
a liberal.
cock. He loves
He wants
steroids and
all
is a liberal.
straight
He
white
wants all
males to
straight
die.
white males to die. Yeah, the problem is that you're just an idiot. Marooning. Well, you can't see the article. Thanks for the 1 bit, I guess. Marooning is an intentional act of abandoning someone in an uninhabited area, such as a desert island, or more generally, in a passive voice, to be marooned is to be in a place from which one cannot escape. The word is attested in 1699 and is derived from the term maroon, word for fugitive slave, which can also be corruption in Spanish, blah, blah. The practice was a penalty for crewmen or for captains at the hands of crew members in cases of mutiny. Generally, a marooned man was sent on a desert island, often no more than a sandbar or at low tide. He'd be given some food, a container for water, and a loaded pistol so he could die by suicide if he desired. The outcome of marooning was usually fatal, but William Greenway and someone loads him survived being marooned, as did pirate captain Edward England. His last name was actually England? That's just sad. Thanks for 1 bit girth. Dalda, did you miss me during your break? No, not really. Didn't think about you 1 bit, really. Thanks for the bit. It's okay, Girth. I know because you missed me, though. I could hear, like, in the back of my head, like, there's a calling out for me to, like, start shooting me again. And it had a weird, nasally, Italian tone to its voice. So I knew, oh yeah, that's probably Girth. Lethal injection is right here, A tier. It's a pretty high A tier. Yeah, but this one, marooning, it's actually pretty good. You just leave the person there to literally just be in a terrible position. I'm at nasally sounding. Okay, I just imagine you were. More like, yeah, just a douchey Italian voice here, like calling out to me, like, stream, like a ghost haunting me. Stream. It's like, oh my god, that girth fuck. Shut up, man. Marooning, pretty good. No cleanup. You lead the dude to do the damage to himself from the nature around him. A. Wait, why did I put Blood Eagle in A tier? I guess I put it for like its ingenuity for its time. Let me call you on Discord. I'm not talking to you. No. I don't want to ever have like vocal intercourse with you. No. You will forever be just someone who types messages and I sometimes see Instagram pictures of. Knowing of your voice and have that to be in my head? No. Absolutely not, no. So you have no audience, so you have no idea how bad that joke bombed? What? Okay. Mazzatello. Nope, can't see it. Is a method of capital punishment occasionally used by the Papal States for the most loathsome crimes involving the infliction of head trauma. This method was named after the implement used in the execution, a large, long-handled mallet or poleaxe. The last reported use of this form of punishment was in September 1806. The much more common capital punishment inflicted by the Papal States were hanging or beheading. One of the most brutal methods of execution ever devised, requiring minimal skill on the part of the executioner. Yeah, that's a pretty good Oppenheimer reference. I can't wait to see the movie too in a couple days. I wish I got a date for that as well. Why do I want audience throwing tomatoes at me? I would just get off the stage. The ZZ's pronounced like in pizza? Oh, makes more sense. It sounds very Italian because the popes used it. Is it requiring minimal skill on the price and superhuman acquiescence by the victim? Okay, okay, so it's beating a dude in the face or in the head. But given that the popes used it, aka my popes in Vatican City, gotta give it some credit. I'm assuming not the Pope. Like, the Pope is not someone who would, like, beat a dude. No, someone else. A masked executioner dressed in black. A prayer would first be said for the condemned soul, then the mallet would be raised, swung through the air to gain momentum, and then brought down on the head of the prisoner, similarly to a contemporary method of slaughtering cattle in stockyards. The condemned was usually knocked unconscious, rather than being killed instantly, so the throat of the prisoner would then be slit with a knife. Along with drawing and quartering, Mazzatello was reserved for crimes that were considered especially loathsome. No, so it was someone else. I can't imagine a pope, some old dude, dressing up in all black like an executioner, then going up with a mallet to then crush a dude's head. Brutal has the bad side of being yet a lot of cleanup. Its connection to the popes, though, low C tier. You're low C. All right, neck lacing. Almost done. Neck lacing is a method of extrajudicial summary execution and torture carried out by forcing a rubber tire drenched with petrol around the victim's chest and arms and setting it on fire. The term necklace originated in the 1980s in black townships of apartheid South Africa. I can't speak. Apartheid South Africa, where suspected apartheid collaborators were publicly executed in this fashion. Damn, so you got a tire around you on fire. The tire is heavy already by itself.
Neat.
In apartheid South Africa.
Check Discord message Dalda.
Check Discord messages. Answer my call so we can have a podcast interview live on stream. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Thanks for the bit, though. Neck lacing. Trying to scare on the name of struggles. Congress. Why a tire, though? Like, why not just set the dude on fire? Like, why waste a perfectly good tire? It seems kind of weird. Neck lacing. Yeah, the cleanup, the cost is not that much. You waste a good attire. Cleanup. Don't like it. D tier. Pona Collier. I think so.
Neat.
Penalty of the
Heard
sack.
my wheel spin.
Did you redeem? I don't know why the redeems aren't showing. I don't know why they're not showing. I don't know. All right, yeah. Okay, let me get you the wheel spin. All right, Girth. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Toggle glasses on or off. Nice. So now glasses are off. Can we see your unbanned requests? I don't have any since no one's banned. I've never actually banned like a human chatter, only bots. Okay, under Roman law was a type of death penalty imposed on a subject who had been found guilty of patricide. Punishment consisted of being sewn up in a leather sack with an assortment of live animals, including dog, snake, monkey, chicken, or rooster, and then being thrown into water. No, Breeze is definitely not banned, no. He's done nothing least to be banned. At least on my side. Twitch has banned him a couple times because of bad usernames, but no. He's one of my OG viewers. He behaves himself. Yeah, this one's kind of stupid. You're thrown into a sack with animals and then thrown into a body of water. So not only are you just wasting a good sack and an animal, it's just like, why? Yeah, this one sucks. Oop. Poison. You haven't been banned, you've been like more... Oh, a couple bans and then like mostly timeouts, yeah. Poison. I mean, I guess we technically already talked about this with the gas chambers. Yeah, poison. Do you have any speedruns today? Yeah, I did. I did some all board speedruns and I got a PB by about 3 minutes. Although I did lose a lot of time. At one point I was saving 10 minutes, but the last couple turns fucked me on Bowser. So yeah, I did like a 4-hour long speedrun, got a PB, and I celebrated by getting some Taco Bell. That's a delightful message. Pattern, thank you. Yeah, poison, it's like it's kind of in tune with gas chamber and lethal injection because that is a poison you're given, so we're just gonna skip that one. Premature burial. I mean, that's pretty obvious what it is. Also known as live burial, burial alive, or viscipulture, means to be buried while still alive. Animals or humans may be buried alive accidentally, on the mistaken assumption that they are dead, intentionally as a form of torture, murder, or execution. It may also occur with the consent of the victim as part of a stunt, with the intention of it to escape. Fear of being buried alive is reported to be among the most common phobias. Right, that makes sense, yeah. That's very terrifying. Premature burial can lead to death among the following: asphyxiation, dehydration, starvation, or in cold climates, hypothermia. A person trapped with fresh air to breathe can last a considerable time, and burial has been used as a very cruel method of execution, as in cases with Vestal virgins who violated the oath of celibacy. Lasting sufficiently long for the victim to comprehend and imagine every stage of what has happened, and to experience great psychological and physical torment, including extreme panic. Being able to maintain your calm
Two hearts,
in that panic
two
while being
hearts,
buried alive,
black heart,
that
black
takes some great
heart,
willpower.
Cigarette, 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 syringe, syringe.
Premature
syringe.
burial.
Italy, 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 Italy.
Even more worse setup.
Flex bicep.
Thanks for the one bit,
Flex
Girth.
bicep. Flex bicep.
First, you gotta get the coffin,
Eyes.
get the
Goat,
wood,
goat,
make the
goat.
coffin, dig up the dirt, put the coffin in, close it down, and assuming it's like a torture thing where you're gonna dig them back up, dig it back up, lift up the coffin, put the dirt back in. But just as a concept, that's terrifying. I would hate to be buried alive. I say low C tier. Can't even see it, damn it. Low C tier.
Neat.
Thanks again for the one bit. Except Qajar coffee. Qajar coffee was a type of poison coffee used in the court of Qajar, Iran, to kill the enemies of the government. This method of removing opponents became popular, especially after the reign of that. Notably, his son, Zelo Sultan, was notorious in using cyanide, arsenic acid, poison coffee to remove those who opposed him. Okay, this one's just a bit like more specific. It's just a poisoning. I mean, it's really not that different. It's just poison some coffee. But since it's listed, I'll give it the benefit. I guess low B tier. It's like it's all right. Like you're just poisoning a dude. There's really not much else to it. Relaxado and persona was a Spanish legal phrase literally meaning relaxed in person. Euphemism for burnt at the stake in the records of Spanish Inquisition. Since the church tribunal could not execute death sentences, the majority of those relaxed in person from 1484 onward were relapsed Jews or heretics. Wait, so were they burnt or what? Oh no, okay, they were burnt at the stake. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing, just Spanish. Apparently, when other cultures do it, they have an entirely different name for it. I don't know why. Republican marriage. Republican marriage was a method of execution that allegedly occurred in Natans during the Reign of Terror in Revolutionary France, and involved tying a naked man and woman together and drowning them. This is reported to have been practiced during the drownings of Nantes or Nantes. It was ordered by a local Jacobean representative, and most indicated that victims were drowned in the river, although few sources describe an alternative means of execution in which the bound couple was ran through with a sword, either before or instead of drowning. So, why? Like, why? I mean, the name is funny. It sounds like a joke someone would use in stand-up. But it's essentially just drowning, so there's really no point to give it a special thing. Yeah, it's just drowning. Fuck it. Death by sawing. Oh yeah, dude, this one's really brutal. I remember seeing this in that one horror movie about the clown dude who's like immortal. I forget his name, but in one of those like recent slasher movies, a clown murderer dude, he kills a woman like this method, like hang her upside down and then sawing her from vagina to her head. It's like this slowest way to do it, most painful. Yeah, it's brutal. It's even more detailed picture, Jesus. Yeah, this is just... Ew. Gross. Like, it's major cleanup. Like, there's like body parts everywhere and blood everywhere and fluids. Then... It's just gross. It's just ghoulish overkill, man. Couldn't see it, damn it. Alright. Scaphism. Scaphism, also known as the boats, was an alleged ancient Persian method execution. It ostensibly entailed trapping the victim between two boats, feeding and covering them with the milk and honey, and allowing them to fester and be devoured by insects and other vermin over time. Wait, why trap them between two boats? Why not just put them in a boat? Okay. Yeah, that sounds brutal. Also, why waste good milk and honey? Also, I'm pretty sure this is the one that Anvil said earlier. I remember him typing this, just like, as a phrase. Yeah, this one's just... It's not as bad as E tier, but it's like, eh. You're just wasting good milk and honey, and then you're wasting boats. I'm assuming you get the boats back. Execution by shooting. Yeah, we already talked about this one, like firing squad and whatnot. Starvation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, these pictures, man. Okay, it's pretty obvious what starvation is. I want to show these pictures because they're just like... Oh, my God. Actually, in terms of cost effectiveness, it's good because you're not paying anything to give to the person. You literally just give them nothing. So actually, it's pretty good. Simple, doesn't cost you a lot. Almost 100% effective. But it still takes way too long, so I'll give it like A tier. Starvation, alright. Stoning. I feel like we talked about this one. Or like, you know, there was the Japanese method where they were half buried and then have rocks thrown at them. Yeah, we already talked about this one technically, so. Strangling. Technically, it's the same as hanging. So yeah, there's no need to be like too nitpicky about this. Like if one method is a simple like subsection of another, or like it's part of another type of execution, there's no need to really cover it. Suffocation from ash. It's just, yeah, it's just a specific type. Why is there a separate thing for it? Torture murder. A torture murder is a murder where death was preceded by the torture of the victim. Many legal jurisdictions on murder involving exceptional brutality or cruelty will attract a harsher sentence if the killing was not sanctioned by authorities or carried out by a state security force themselves. The Hello Kitty murder cases? That's such like a non-threatening title. Brass bull was a horrible way of torture. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I put brass bull or brazen bull. Where is it? D tier, yeah. It got D tier because it's too much. Torture murder just seems like, it doesn't really seem like a torture method. It's just like the person happens to die afterwards. Fucking, okay. Tunica molesta. Latin for annoying shirt, was a tunic impregnated with pitch and other flammable substances such as naphtha or resin. This was put upon the victim while the neck of the victim was fixed to a stake with an iron collar. It was then ignited, burning the victim alive. Why can't we put Jews in a giant brass bowl? What was Hitler thinking with the oven? I don't know. Clearly he wasn't thinking. He was too busy thinking about fucking invading Russia when it was cold as fuck. And why he wears that stupid ass mustache that he ruined for literally everyone else. I mean, yeah, this is just setting a dude on fire, but with extra steps. Upright jerker. What the fuck? The upright jerker was an execution method and device intermittently used in the United States during the 19th, 20th century. Intended to replace hangings, the upright jerker did not see widespread use and was withdrawn in the 1930s. As in a hanging, a cord would be wrapped around the neck of the condemned, however. Rather than dropping down through a trap door, the condemned would be violently jerked into the air by means of a system of weights and pulleys. The objective of this execution method was to provide a swift death by breaking the condemned's neck. So it's a backwards hanging. You jerk the dude upward. This name kind of applies something else because the name is just weird. Yeah, it's just it's a backwards hanging. It's kind of, the name is really stupid. But instead of just hanging, you have to put in pulleys and crap to pull up the dude. At that point, just jerk off the dude to death. It's like, what are you doing? I say mid B tier, kinda. Right there. Okay, I think this is the last one. Okay, yeah, this is the last one. Waist chop. Waist chop or waist cutting, also known as cutting the two at the waist, was from execution used in ancient China. As the name implies, it involved the condemned being sliced in two at the waist. What a beautiful naming convention. So simple. Waist chop. Actually, when I hear this name, it reminds me of the slap chop. You know, that as seen on TV product. It's like you can easily slice like vegetables in a thing, or like it's like a little cup. You put vegetables in it, put on the table, and then as you slap it, it chops the things like the vegetables and whatnot. When I hear waist chop, I keep hearing slap chop. Excuse me. It's a bit too much. Also, it's just like the cutting one, but instead of from genitalia to head, which makes it last longer and more painful, it's at the waist, so kind of shorter. Yeah, but the cleanup is at least D tier, I would say. It's a good D tier. All right, that's all of them. All ish known execution method tier list. How long did that take? 2 hours? Almost 3 hours that took. Holy shit. I mean, I did get sidetracked like a little bit here and there doing other things. But yeah, the best execution methods by the Daldameht rating are drowning and keel hauling. Essentially 2 water-based methods. The worst ones are the bullet fee, firing squad, death marches, Colombian necktie, Genik Anslag, euthanasia coaster, forced suicide, lay de fugace, ponia couli, and death by sawing. There you go.